Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Arknights reaction. Today we have One by One, as requested by Bylov in the comments of last video. This was the only one that really had any likes on it for the next song, so it's of course going to be the one I get to today. All I know about this one is that it is the character theme for Asalon, could be Asalon as well, but that's about all I've got, and apparently a pretty popular character, at least in certain circles. I'm not sure how popular half of the Arknights characters are within the fan base. I'm sure they all have their separate little like sub fandoms. But either way, that's the one I'm going to be getting to today. So without further ado, let's go. All right. This could go a few directions.
To chase survival, reconcile the brother's throne. Like my sons, their rule was hopeful.
Loving the vocalist. She's got a great quality. It's like a pop jazz fusion vocally. Kinda love that, actually.
Step inside. Light implied.
Okay, I'm rolling with it.
Pass my test, and I promise I will care for you and never let them rest. I can put
It's more bluesy than I thought, actually.
hesitation, intervene where debts are due. You can have assassination, have that cake, I'll eat it too.
That's hot? Question mark?
No manipulation hides it. Where my motivation lies.
Ooh, the evolution with the drums on there. Playing to my biases, how dare you. I really like this hook. This is really solid. Sounds like modern James Bond-esque. Maybe a little Kim Possible, actually. Kind of in the same pocket, for me at least. Completely different sound, but kind of landing in a similar family to me. Definitely more cinematic, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I'm loving this hook is really what's selling me on this one. A bit of a key shift there. Yeah, I'm rocking with it. This one's interesting. I'm gonna have some things to say here. Ooh, very James Bond-esque on that last chord there. Nice. I'm gonna take a random shot in the dark. Adam, it's probably you. It's probably Adam. It's probably an Adam song. I was indeed correct. It is an Adam Gubman song. Shocker. I have just come to pick out his flavor from any song he manages to throw out there. I haven't been wrong on too many of those guesses. But that said, I'm actually going to kind of poke at him a little bit. I usually don't. I usually have nothing but praise for him, but, and I'm not sure if this was him or the vocalist who wrote the lyrics, I was not really finding myself drawn to the lyrics. They seemed pretty simplistic. This one wasn't like as immersive. I guess they just didn't sound quite as inspired as they usually do. A lot of the time with lyrics for Adam's songs, there's a lot of wordplay and some things that are like double entendres and just like overall metaphors, and I appreciate those a lot. This one was a lot more straightforward to me, and it was kind of showcasing more of that literal side of the lyricism. And again, not sure if that was Adam or the vocalist who wrote the actual top line, because sometimes the vocalist just also does the lyrics for that. But either way, it's just lyrically kind of I mean, I love the hook. The hook saved it for me, but watching the lyrics kind of scroll through during the first verse, I was like, I don't know about this one. I don't know if it's gonna get me. But man, that hook was tasty. That hook pretty much made up for any grievance I had about the lyrics. And to be fair, it's not a big grievance. They just seem lacking compared to other songs that Adam has put out there. And sometimes that'll happen and you'll just get something that's pretty bog standard right at the base, and that's just what you roll with. As long as it gets the point across, that's all you need to do. I wouldn't say phoning it in is the right term, because there was definitely some effort in there anyway, as always. That said, there was one specific lyric that kind of clued me into the character more here and showcased that usual lyricism I'm ready for when I listen to a song done by Adam. The whole "when this is done, I'll live alone" part. Given that she was standing in front of Calcit, a character that I actually know pretty well, the backstory of and everything from Arknights, which is a rarity for me, I am pretty sure that that just means that she's kind of like a bodyguard of some degree, or at very least acts as one to Calcit. And I'm not sure what their relationship is deeper than that. I just feel like that's the sort of thing, knowing that Calcit is basically an immortal being in this world to a degree at least, and this character is just kind of going through this war, probably doesn't have that longer lifespan, and knows that once their role is done, then they're done, and like that's it, you know? So like there is the shining little bits of the lyricism in there where I'm like, okay, I get what's happening here. Musically, I love the like cinematic jazzy blues kind of flair here. There was a little bit of synth in there. I loved that expansion on the chorus when the hook added the drums. Loved that. That hook, again, really selling this song for me. This entire song could have just been that hook and I would have been absolutely okay with it. I really like where that was going. But of course, it's a song. You have to have spots in between. But that's also not to say that the verses were bad. They were just, I think, carried mostly by the singer, actually, like almost directly. If they had anyone else singing this song, I probably wouldn't have cared nearly as much. I wouldn't have paid nearly as much attention. But the singer definitely had this air in her voice that was just making me pay attention. I wanted to hear the story she had to tell more than I was actually paying attention to the instruments in a lot of those portions, because it was a lot of stripped down stuff, of course, just a lot more energy than the hook, and that's of course on purpose. By design, you want to be able to take away some of that energy to focus on the lyricism and the voice and just kind of get back into it when you need to raise that energy again. But given that it was so low key in between those choruses and hooks, I felt less of an urgency to actually pay attention, even though she was keeping me attached. It was just like hanging on by a thread. I was so close to just checking out. That might just be my ADHD, I'm not sure, but definitely had a little bit of a lull between, more so than I was expecting. That said, I also did love the key change at the end. I always love a good key change when they have to bring that energy up and then they just have to keep going. It's like, where do we go from here? Up a key. Like let's keep dragging it upwards and bring the energy with it, and it helps bring out that final big push, that finale energy at the end of the song, and it did very well here. I think the vocalist carried that a lot. She was able to handle those like really soft parts and like be really intimate with it, but then also have a lot more energy at the end and let that expand. I think vocally, just 100% best vocalist for this song possible was chosen. I loved her tone. That jazzy blues vocal is just, it's one of my favorite things, and she just has that quality in her voice with just like a little twinge of pop on there. Like I could hear some poppiness to it, obviously, but it definitely landed more in that blues category for me. So it just, this was one of those songs where like, while I might not have loved everything about it, there's still a lot to love, and I really did enjoy that hook. That's still absolute fire. Gotta love that hook. But I think that's about all I'll say for this one. I don't want to get into the music theory tonight. I am a little bit tired, so I didn't dig too deep into the song. A lot of these thoughts are pretty surface level, but hopefully nobody hates me for that. Either way, if you like this video and you want to follow me and support me for those future ones, you know how to do all that. And of course, if you have a song you want to request for next time, drop it in the comments below and I'll do my best. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!